It's time to start cutting the tank, or try to cut the tank. So here's our flange with the two pieces. Each one of those is about a 1/16 of an inch. So we're not going to use a standard angle grinder disc because that's the thickness and we'll lose one of these lips. So we have a few options that we're going to try, and then worst case, if those three options don't work, we'll end up cutting the flange or the body up through here and have to make a new flange. First option is a diamond cutting wheel for a Dremel. You can see these are actually pretty thin, so that might work. This is just the same type of disc, just a different material on it. Same thing here. So there's option 1, option 2, option 3. Option 4 is if we can get at least one of the Dremels in, we can use one of these fine tooth blades to kind of go around the whole thing, which will take forever. But I'd rather do that than have to try to make a new flange. First, we're gonna have to take out the baffles. So we have nuts and bolts here holding the baffles to make it two pieces. It's welded to the tank around there, but it can separate through here. So we actually have one back here, one here, one here, and one here that are bolted into two-piece sections. And then we'll see if we can kind of show you. So up ahead, no, not there. You can kind of see the front of the tank, and then that baffle doesn't have, it's not bolted in, it's just separate. So if we can get these four apart, then that one section's done. So time to try to split the tanks. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the baffles. There's really no reason to tape that. That's not very interesting at all. So I'll get the baffles unbolted, and then we'll go from there. Well, here we go with option number 1. That's a no-go. Option 2, different cutting disc. Not looking good. Nope. Failed again. Now we're going to try an option I forgot about, an oscillating disc. All right, we're back with some new cutter bits for this oscillating tool. Thank you to Dwayne for suggesting that. Really got to start listening to those old timers. They know what they're talking about. Let's see how this one does now. Well, the oscillating tool was good and got it. It broke through to the other side, which is good, but we literally only went about an inch and that bit was done. Tried the hacksaw, tried a few other things. It's too slow, so I went and got a metal bit for the sawzall. Got in there, it did pretty good, but once you get the width of the sawzall, it pretty much blows out your upper lip here, which kind of defeats the purpose. But this is the underside, so I can fix that and hide that anyway. So I think the best option, since this is the underside, we're just going to cut right along through here, because kind of look at it, it bevels right here. So if I can cut right on the other side of this little pinch seam, it's open up, and then I'll just have to make some adapters or something like that. But I think using sawzall all the way around. Just going to blow this lip out. We keep it, it'll give us some rigidity. So I think we'll just kind of right through there all the way around it. So that sucks, but it can be fixed. Sorry for the wind, it's crazy windy today, but the tanks are split. The aluminum disc went through this aluminum like it was hot butter with a knife here, so still some grossness down in the bottom of the tank. We're gonna get ready to clean that up, try to get a little more presentable, and then we'll clean up the edges where we cut. And then here's some of the baffles and everything else. So looks pretty good. Once we figured out the 18 ways not to cut the tank, it went pretty smoothly. So at least we have a game plan now. So here we go. So we had these drains here with the pipes that came out and went through there, cut all that stuff out. I ground those down and put a little notches in there so when we clean this, we have some place for it to go. There's another one there. And then we have the other one right here. So got a little bit of cleaner sitting in there. We're gonna start scrubbing it here shortly. You can see the cleaning's working. Problem is we're getting standing water here and there, so I'm going to drill a few little holes in each one of those down through there. We have the first pass of cleaning done. We're going to do a little bit more tomorrow just to get a little bit of the other little bits out, but for the most part it's getting pretty clean. Well, I ground down the cuts from yesterday. So this one looks really good underneath, and the flange and everything is still intact. So this would be the top part of the tank. So all that's cleaned up really good. Here's the other spot. I went around and started cleaning up the top edge to make it kind of flat. But then if you notice, you're still gonna have these pieces like this. Instead of getting an angle grinder going in, got this cool tool on Amazon. It's a deburring tool, but it just, and it comes right off. And it's super clean, no sharp edges. I'll show you here, super clean, no sharp edges. So, very cool tool to have right there. I'm gonna get the rest of this cleaned up. We are now split and cleaned. Now, cleaned is in 90%, little touch-ups, but nothing too bad. But everything's ground down, cleaned up, washed and scrubbed a couple of times.